Hey friends, how are ya? It's been a while since I've seen you all, but I haven't stopped thinking of you, and I love seeing all the messages that I get from all of you. It's been fun keeping in touch with a lot of you on your Orange Theory advent journeys and your health journeys. That's been so awesome. Happy New Year! It's January 6th, and I feel like today is like the official start day. I talked to a bunch of people who were all like, nothing counts until Monday, January 6th. So I was just curious to know how many of you have New Year's resolutions or New Year's goals. I have made goals every year, and well, some of the years I followed through, and many years I did not. Or I would do like one or two things that I put on there, like the easy ones for me, like read a book. Um, anyway, I was just curious to know how many of you have New Year's resolutions and New Year's goals. I know a lot of you have put Orange Theory on the list. Like, there's a bunch of new Orange Theory people out there, so yay, hi. But I depending on which research you decide to read and follow and whatever, 3 to 8% of people actually follow through and see their New Year's resolutions come to fruition. Like, they actually meet the goal of whatever it was that they said they were going to do for that year. That is such a small number. Like, if we put all the Orange Theory studios together, that would be like it would be like one studio meeting their goals and the rest of them just failing miserably. So I wanted to talk to you about meeting your goals. Like, how can you be in that 3 to 8% and making sure that you're putting together some really stellar goals for yourself. So many people I know, if you're watching here, you probably have some health related goal, right? You're either trying to lose weight or you're wanting to exercise more, which is probably tied up with losing weight. You're wanting to have better nutrition. All that is, I think the number is like 90%, again, depending on which study you want to follow. But it's something like 90% of people out there have some sort of health and wellness, exercise, nutrition related goal out there, which is fantastic. It's really great to have that. I can tell you from being on one side of great nutrition, being on the side of poor nutrition and no exercise and poor health, to getting to the other side, it changes everything. When you have stellar health, everything else in your life does rise up. You feel better, so you sleep better, you wake up feeling better, so the person you are throughout your day is better. Your head thinks a little more clearly because you just have a little bit more mental focus and clarity because you're not so groggy and so you can make better decisions, whether that's at your work or at home with your family and kids or friends or whatever. But I challenge you to look at, where do you want to be December 31st, 2020? Like, what does that look like? And maybe it is an image of like, I'm skinnier or have more muscles or whatever. But there's more than that, right? Because rarely ever do we just say like, I just want to be like optimum health, but like, I don't care about my relationships or my business or my finances, whatever. That can just be at a level 2, but as long as my health is at a level 10. The converse is true. Nobody ever says, I just want my finances to be at a level 10, but my health and my relationships can be at a level 3. Like, that's fine with me. We want to be operating at a level 10 all the time, right? Like, I assume on all levels, in all things, you want to be at a 10. You want to have amazing, stellar health and stellar wealth. Like, who doesn't want that? And great relationships, whether that's that you want to be married or you want your marriage to be even better than it is, or more connection or communication, more date nights. Maybe you want a better relationship with your children, or better relationships at work with your colleagues. Maybe you'd like a better job. Maybe you want to start a new company, whatever that is, right? That is all a picture of who you are. And so I don't want you to neglect the other sides of who you can be on December 31st, 2020. When you're making your goals, you want to get them to be specific, and all this stuff I'm telling you, you can find. I read a ton of books and listen to a ton of audiobooks and podcasts. I go to seminars, paid seminars, free seminars, webinars, conferences, all of this. I am obsessed with personal development and self-development and just making yourself a better person. And I'm just sharing this information with you. So this is information you could find if you read, some kind, a book and decided to soak it all up. And I'm just giving you the nuggets that really spoke to me, and hopefully this helps you. So free advice and training or whatever. People pay tons of money to work with a guru or somebody who might help them write their goals and see them to fruition. But hang with me. I will be happy to help you get there. Okay, so, and if this is the first video you're seeing of me, hi, I'm Zilah, like xylophone, but with a Z. And I'm obsessed with Orange Theory, which is how a lot of you find me, and my health and wealth. I've had an incredible transformation, and it has just really changed a lot in every area of my life. That was the year, 2018 was the year I wanted to get into better health, and then everything else started falling into place in a better way. So anyway, okay. Goals. So you've probably heard this. People say, like, make a SMART goal, right? Specific, measurable, I forget what all of them. It doesn't matter because you can do that or not do that. But we're gonna just talk through it. Do make them specific. So I have some friends who said we were all talking about our goals over this past weekend, and somebody just said, I am gonna get into better health, and another one said, I'm getting abs. But that was their goal. And the one who said she wants abs, that's a very specific goal. The one who said they wanted to get into better health, that's a very broad goal, right? What does that mean? So I really challenge you to get it down to something specific. Having abs is a goal. I encouraged her to go for something a little more measurable, and one that wouldn't be sad if the abs weren't there. I've been on a quest for abs, and I'm still working on it. They're still not really what I envisioned. So it's a pretty big, lofty goal, but also saying better health is a very broad goal. So look at something specific. Like, I would like to have, 20% body fat or 18% body fat, or and I'm not saying a scale number because you know how I feel about the scale. Have you seen me talk about the scale? Ooh. The numbers just, if you're one of those people who's chasing a number, it works for a little bit, and then there's a certain point where it just doesn't work anymore because the number isn't going to get you. It's just not going to get you there. We'll talk about that in another video. But anyway, whatever that is, I'd like to be somebody who works out 4 times a week. That is a great goal. I would like to, be able to fit into a size 5 jean or 4 jeans or whatever. Pick out something that's very fair and realistic. You may surpass your goal and surprise yourself. But anyway, so put something specific. And if it's abs, that's totally fair. We'll work with that too. Next, and let's talk about something that's not wealth and health, because just to give you an idea. So maybe you say, I want my finances to be better. I would like to have in my savings, $5,000 in a savings account. I would like to see, $8,000 towards this trip that I'm saving for. I would like to add, so much more to this mutual fund. I would like to see, give yourself a very specific number. I want to save, my goal is to save 5% of every paycheck, for this year. So there you go. That's a very measurable and very specific goal. You're going to put 5% away. A relationship goal might be, I'd like to plan a date night every 2 weeks. I will set up the location and the babysitter or whatever, is entailed in that, but that you'll be the one to do that. I would like to have a 5-minute conversation with my spouse every night before we turn on the TV. That's a very great goal. So the goal obviously is maybe to be connected more, but you're going to get a little more specific, because to just say, like, I want to be more connected to my spouse is like, What does that mean? So I'm going to have a 5-minute conversation every night. We're going to have date night every 2 weeks. A work-related goal could be, I want to be able to follow through on this. I want to follow through on this project. I want to get that. Getting a promotion, that's, it requires other people. But if you know what it entails to get that promotion, like if you know there's specific steps, if your company has said, in order for you to get the promotion, you have to have worked 3 months and you have to have delivered on 3 projects and you have to, have finished this training or whatever there. But if it's a very ambiguous, like, do they like me or have I just done some really cool stuff? That might be a little bit more challenging, but maybe get more specific with how you would like to be perceived at work or how you would like to show up each day. I want to be, I'm going to show up every day to work at 8 a.m., whatever that is. Next, you need to put a small plan of action about how you're going to reach that goal. So, for example, my friend who said, I want to have abs. So we all kind of challenged her, how are you going to do that? And she's like, well, I'm going to do sit-ups. So we're like, okay. Also, if you've been following my videos, abs are created in the kitchen. So we're like, well, actually, you're going to have to probably put together some sort of an eating plan, a nutrition plan, a diet plan, or something like that. She changed her goal. She was like, all right, this is too much. I just want to get healthier and I want to be exercising. What we finally realized her real goal was that she wanted to be exercising more, which is such a fantastic goal. In her mind, she would get the abs from exercising. We know that that's not totally true. The abs are made in the kitchen. You can have abs underneath all the fat. I had amazing abs underneath my fat for a long time. But if you want to see your abs, that's maybe a different goal. Anyway, so map out like what would that mean to be able to do it? I want to be able to run a marathon or a half marathon in this year. Well, you're going to need to sign up for the marathon, right? And I don't know what your level of running is. So if you aren't running yet, well, you're going to have to start making a plan. I'm going to start with, walking a mile. I'm going to start with running a mile. Then I'm going to add on a mile and a half, 2 miles, or I'm going to join a running club and I'm going to commit and go to that and be there. And this is the running club start date. So get pretty specific with where your goals are going, right? So that way you are in that 3 to 8%. And there are setbacks. Nobody's perfect, right? If your dream or goal is I'm going to be, a super fitness person by the end of this year, and my way of getting there is working out 7 days a week, and something comes up, like you get a little sick, and all of a sudden you were only able to work out 3 days that week, does that mean you failed? No, it just means that as soon as you're better, as soon as you're feeling healthier, you get right back to it and you get to whatever your goal is, 7 days a week or 3 days a week, 5 days, whatever that is, you follow through. And if you mess up, you had a financial goal and you said, I'm going to put 5% of every paycheck, and then something really big and shocking came into your lives and you had to use up your whole paycheck. Okay, so that time you weren't able to, maybe you can only do 1%. Okay, just do it, right? Just find a way to get back on track and do it. You're not a failure, nothing has to be perfect, but just keep going. That's, when I had my health transformation, it truly was small, consistent changes every day. Like every day was just doing the small things that shifted me there. And I didn't see the shift from week 1 to week 2. Even, from day 1 to day 30, it was very small. But let me tell you, from day 1 to day 150, wow, and then day 1 to day 365, the 1 year change. I mean, wow. And everything in the middle there, day 200, day 250. When I looked back from day 1 and then compared out to day 200, that was amazing. But when I looked at day 1 to day 30, which is what a lot of us do for our New Year's resolutions, is we say, okay, my goal is to save, 5%. And if you're making, $5,000 a month and you're saving 5%, that doesn't look like a huge dent in savings, for that, for the first 30 or even 90 days. It doesn't look like a lot, but guess how much that is at the end of the year? Guess what that looks like? It from zero to, to the end of the year. That is a big shift, a big difference. So if you're saving, $200 a month and that doesn't feel like a big shift, guess what that looks like at the end of 12 months, to see $2,400, $500 like that is real. And same thing if you're having, fitness journey or whatever. So I invite you to, I'm going to come back on a little more frequently here. And if you follow me on Facebook, or I just did on LinkedIn as well too, but I'm going to Facebook, I'll try to get one on Instagram, but I'm just going to put in my stories each day the very small mini version of this. Actually today I only talked about a very small snippet of what you're seeing right now. And then if you were to follow me like through the rest of this week, this is what I'm going to talk about. And then next week, I'm just going to keep adding on. So together, we're going to get through your goals and resolutions for this year. And I would love, love, love if you want to email me, zilah.masika@gmail.com. Let me know what your goals are. It so helps to have accountability partners, accountability friends. Maybe we can make a Facebook group. I'd be so happy to do that. We can make like a goals Facebook group and we can all just check in and keep each other accountable. So if you say, my goal this week, in my business, I'm a sales rep, and in order for me to hit this goal this year, I need to be talking to 10 prospects a week, or I need to sign on, three new clientele, each month, whatever it is. All of us will be happy to keep you accountable. Like, okay, did you get your 10 in? Like, what do you need to do to get your 10? Do you have to call, 20 people a day? Did you call your 20 people a day? Clearly I don't know about sales. Is 20 people a day a lot or a little? And same if you have like a fitness goal, if you're like, I want to be on the running club, we're going to check in with you. So let me know what your goals are. But before you officially hold yourself to a goal, I'd love for you to look at what do you want to look like at the end of December 31st, at the end of the year 2020. December 31st, 2020, what is that picture? Like, and not just your physical fitness, but finances, your wealth, your business, your relationships with friends, family, your spouse, partner, whatever. I would love to have you kind of put that whole vision together. Like, what does that look like? And jot some of those things down, check in with me, and then I'll help you find that path. Like then the next thing that we have to do is, how are you going to reach those goals? It's not like just one day you wake up and you are 10 pounds thinner, lighter. It's that you have to make those small shifts and changes all along. So we start with, okay, we're going to, eliminate the junky, sugar, processed, the obvious junk. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to do anything else, or whatever. And then we'll work on that. And then on day 35, we make us another shift like that. And that's how you get there. Small, small changes every day has such a huge compound effect on what your life will look like in a year from now. Okay, so we're in this together. So what will we call this video? This is the goals setting. So many people give up on their goals. It's like day 21. Orange Theory talks about it. Our coaches always say all of our classes are 3G classes for the most part right now. And they all said, don't worry, in 3 weeks, we'll go back to 2G, which is another way of saying in 3 weeks, 50% of you are just going to like drop off. So what I'd like to say is, don't be that 50% that drops off. Let's be that 3 to 8% that realizes our goals. Let's hang together. So we'll get accountability partners, whether you want to use me or a friend or something, get an accountability partner. Write out your goals, that picture. Really think about, like, close your eyes and think about what does my life look like? And what all does that entail? Am I, comfortable in my clothes? Am I comfortable with my bank account? Am I, really connected with my partner? And then, okay, if that's it, so let's figure out those small things that are going to get you there. Okay. And then we'll do it together. We're not going to give up. February 1st, we are just started and we are going to get through, right? I want you, if you're watching this, I really do want you to get with us to the end. I want you to get to that picture of whatever it is that you see for yourself at the end of this year. Like, let's make that happen. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be whatever you want to be on December 31st on February 1st, right? Because then, well, because then that wasn't a goal. That wasn't anything. You just made a shift for 3 weeks. I'm talking about let's see something really fantastic and phenomenal in your life change, okay? So zilah.masika@gmail.com is how you can reach me. That's just look at my YouTube channel. It's my name with a dot in the middle at Gmail. It's the same on Facebook. Oh, I have 2 Facebook accounts. There's a picture of me on my YouTube, that red dress. That's not my Facebook account. Or just friend all the Zilah Masikas that you see that look generally like this. And so we can connect there. Same thing. My Instagram is the same, though I don't use it as much, but I'll try. I'm the same in LinkedIn, the same thing, Zilah Masika. So find me. Tell me what your goals are. We'll accountability ourselves into this. And we're going to make some really amazing changes in your life this year. So I'm really, really excited for you. You should be so excited. This is, such an exciting year. It's like the year of perfect vision. And woohoo. All right. See you at Orange Series. See you in my inbox. See you on Facebook, Instagram, somewhere. And we are going to make this your year. All right. Lots of love to you. Bye.